All right, so let's talk about what is sustainability. So, sustainability means that you can continue to do something. So, for example, population growth is not sustainable. So, as a population grows, it's going to be using up more resources and more food. So, eventually, there's going to be a point at which there just is no resources or food to be able to support that population. So, how do we become sustainable as a world? And so, back in 2005, the United Nations came up with 17 guidelines for world sustainability. And so, I'd like to summarize these. Now, I provided for you here a website that you can go to that talks about each one of these 17 items in more detail. Now, the original concept was they came up with this in 2005 and they wanted to have all of these problems solved by 2030, so in 25 years. So, number one is to end poverty. So, they wanted to end poverty in the world. Okay, number two, end hunger. So, they wanted everybody to have enough to eat in the world. Okay, number three is to have good health. So have health care available for everybody. Number four is going to be a quality education. Number five is gender equality, so between men and women. Number six is going to be clean water. Number seven is going to be energy. So having a type of energy that is renewable. Number eight is economic growth. So we want countries to be able to have economic growth in order to be able to have enough money and resources to take care of their people. Okay, number nine is innovation. So that in industry, you want to have continuing innovation to help have better ways of doing things. Okay, then number 10 is reduced inequalities amongst nations. Okay, number 11 is having sustainable cities. Number 12 is responsible consumption of resources. Number 13 is climate action. So we've been saying that the climate is warming up. So in these guidelines, I wanted to do something to reduce the amount of carbon emissions, for example. Number 14 is to have a clean water environment for animals and fish. Number 15 is to have a clean land environment. Number 16 is having justice for all. And then finally, number 17 is cooperation amongst nations in order to be able to implement all of these things. So this is what they wanted to accomplish by 2030. And so as of the making of these videos, it was 2023, so they still have 7 years in order to fix all of this. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about what can you do in order to have a more sustainable future for the Earth.